Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Fiscal Philosophy YouTube channel. When I first started making videos on YouTube, I did it because I had a passion for talking about stocks, and I kind of assumed that everybody at least had a little bit of love of the game. But recently, it's come to my attention that somebody out there has been invading this investing space on YouTube, and we'll just say he's not in it for the love of the game.
Opulence. I has it.
Of course, the channel I'm referring to on this is Dividend Talks. I have never seen someone so glib and shallow and cynical on this platform until this guy. The channel Dividend Growth Income actually just released a video a couple days ago outlining all the evidence showing that Dividend Talks is a plagiarist. Now, I don't think I can do really any better at showing that this person is a plagiarist, so I will recommend and link this video in the description. Please make sure you watch it. In the video, for anyone curious, he does highlight where my thumbnail gets, we'll say, borrowed a bit by Dividend Talks. And there's other examples as well where he borrows someone else's thumbnail and where he, we'll say, takes some liberties with a valuation spreadsheet from Dividendology. A few of the comments, and granted, this is a small minority, they asked, hey, what's the harm? Who cares as long as the information is accurate? Or they accused him of being a hater and said Dividend Talks is literally 10 times better. That's a little bit ridiculous, but I thought I might shed a little bit of light for some people who might be wondering the same thing about what's the harm. But first, let's dismiss this idea that Nick with Dividend Growth Income is just hating, okay? Well, the truth is, Nick has something called empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. My channel is about 6 or 7% the size of his, yet he still understands how I probably feel about this, and that's why he highlighted how this could affect me and other small channels, as well as his own and the bigger ones. That means he's not just hating on competitors, he's understanding that having one's work, ripped off essentially and used for financial gain at your expense kind of stings a bit. On the other hand, Dividend Talks is a parasite. And I'm using this in a sort of a metaphorical sense, but an organism that lives in or on an organism of another species, its host, and benefits by deriving nutrients at the other's expense. In this case, the host organism is the YouTube investing community, which includes the creators and the audience, and involves taking, we'll say, nutrients, which is views, money, attention, whatever, eyeballs, at the expense of the community. And he does that in a few different ways. So one way it harms the community is what I would call oversaturation. What this means is basically you overuse something to the point that it loses any effect. I know for a fact that a lot of you guys in the, dividend investing, YouTube stock analysis audience, you like to get a variety of opinions, right? So it probably isn't in your best interest for every other voice to be drowned out by one that fills all your recommended with thumbnails that look a lot like they belong to other creators. The original intention behind the, call it, fire double arrows thumbnail format was to use it in instances where there was something especially interesting going on that I thought I would really want to capture my viewers' attention for because there was some kind of really big movement that had happened. I think if you're going to use the fire double arrows on a negative 5% and a negative 42%, it really doesn't mean anything anymore. And I also think that there's the risk that, due to the fact this is a larger channel, people may fall under the false assumption that I'm the one that's actually copying his format and not the other way around. But let's address the people who ask, well, who cares as long as the information is true? Well, who doesn't give true information? People who lie. A lie is an intentionally false statement. And I happen to know of an instance, or have it on good authority, that Dividend Talks and his relationship with the truth isn't necessarily the best. I have it on good authority that about a month or so ago, he said that he was going to change his ways with regards to the thumbnail situation and the spreadsheet situation, etc. And, well, as you can see, as is blatantly obvious when you look at his channel, nothing has really changed, and if anything, he's doubled down in the last few weeks. So I guess what I would be asking is, can you actually trust that he actually researches and vets the information that he presents in his videos? Can you trust the credentials that he claims to have as an accountant, or his pedigree or whatever that he claims to have? I mean, does he give his actual real name? Does he allow you to research him? Does he ever show his real face or likeness? Just some questions that are on my mind, and should be on your mind too if you're trusting him as a source for information on where you invest your hard-earned dollars. I would also like to add that just because he's a bad guy, in my view, doesn't make him stupid or naive. In fact, I would argue that he definitely knows what he's doing is wrong, which is why when small creators try to call attention to this or bring it up, he blocks them. When viewers make comments on his videos about this situation, he deletes the comments on the video. When big creators that are many times his size approach him, he will pretend like, oh yeah, I'm gonna change some things and move in a better direction. And then in the end, when he feels like maybe they've forgotten about it or no repercussions are coming, he blocks them too. Somebody that knows that they're in the right would probably engage in the conversation, or be transparent. They wouldn't just outright block people and try to stifle the discussion. If he knew he was doing nothing wrong, or even felt he was doing nothing wrong, he would probably try to say something in his own defense on this. But instead, he's just kind of doing the ostrich thing and burying his head in the sand instead of manning up and owning it like somebody with, a backbone, balls, any of those kind of things. Other than the videos by Nick at Dividend Growth Income and now myself, these 3 channels have all tried their best to approach this first behind the scenes. So Dividendology, The Ryan Dengler Show, and Dividend Dude have all approached Dividend Talks about this in a straightforward and transparent way. And only after getting blocked, just for merely bringing this up or even asking the question, did Ryan and Dividend Dude make their own videos about this topic. So just to be clear, I don't think a single one of us actually wanted it to come to this, basically open warfare in our community. We just wanted to talk about stocks. But we also put a lot of work into our creative processes, and seeing your work exploited by someone else, it has to be addressed. And frankly, a lot of what this guy is doing is in sort of that gray area where YouTube may or may not do something about it. And so all we can really do is appeal to our audiences at this point while we wait and see if anything happens on that front. Just understand that if you have other YouTube creators that you watch and support in this space that you like, that he is actively harming them. Not just me, and not just the people that he's directly copied, because he is, in fact, flooding the space with low effort, clickbaity content that's diverting eyes from the creators that actually care about the audience and care enough to do actually below the surface research in a lot of cases to make sure that what they're giving you is accurate and high quality to the best of their ability. Some of you may be asking, hey, what can I do? Other than just, unsubbing from Dividend Talks or not clicking on any more of his videos, whatever, what can I actually do in this situation that's positive moving forward? One thing I want to suggest, and this is, definitely a little bit of a plug here, but my co-host Ryan and myself, we started this collaboration live show called Cashflow Kings, where we have a pretty small yet highly engaged audience, and we've really started to focus a lot more on having guests from the investing YouTube community on the channel. This gives you an opportunity to ask questions in the chat of your favorite YouTube investment creators, as well as perhaps discover new creators that have interesting investing ideas, creators you've never even heard of. We want to talk to pretty much as many as we can, big or small, as long as they make for an interesting conversation around the topic of investing. No scripts, no chat GPT, just investment YouTubers talking to other investment YouTubers, trying to learn what we can from each other and also, reach new audiences and help our audiences learn as well. Now, I'd like to talk to Mr. Dividend Talks directly. Dividend Talks, if you genuinely think that you've done nothing wrong and have nothing to be ashamed of here, I invite you to come on our live show, Cashflow Kings Live. Now, I'm going to speak a language that I know for a fact you will understand. I won't ask you to do this for free. This is the offer. $100 US for 30 minutes of your time. Just answer the questions. You'll be given a fair opportunity to speak. There will be no yelling or cutting off your mic or anything like that. And if you somehow don't trust me to pay up, even though my integrity I don't think is really in question, but hey, maybe you feel differently, I'll send the money upfront to a neutral YouTuber that we both agree is trustworthy, that will guarantee that you receive the money once you've fulfilled your obligation to the show. Apologies, but I won't pay you upfront because, I do have some reasons as outlined in here why I might question your integrity a little bit. And if $100 for 30 minutes isn't enough for whatever reason, if you want to send a good faith negotiation counteroffer, I guess feel free to do so. This is my Twitter/X account, or feel free to make your rebuttal video or just comment below. Reach out to me wherever you want, or heck, come on Discord. I don't care, however you want. But my guess is you're probably way too paralyzed with fright to even engage with this situation or acknowledge it's going on, so you'll probably just, again, continue to pretend nothing's going on. For anyone crying in the comments about my shameless self-promotion in this video, well, at least it's authentic. I am who I am. I wear it on my sleeve, or, well, my lack of sleeves because I don't own any real shirts, but that's more than you can say for some. And for those who would accuse me of crying, well, it's not how I view things. I think that I care about my audience, and YouTube analytics tell me I have a lot of viewers in common with this person, and I care about you guys being informed and knowing what you're getting and what's going on behind the scenes and being transparent. That's important. As well as understanding who you're getting it from, if that person has any integrity or not. Agree with me or disagree with me about any of my investment ideas, at least I'm telling you thoughts that are genuinely my own original thoughts, what I really think, and any facts I present, while I do color them with my opinions, they are, to the best of my knowledge and ability to confirm them, the truth. And I do my best to constantly update what I know or what's new. And in the event that I find out I'm incorrect about something, I make sure that I subsequently point out where I might have been wrong in the past and why, so that you can learn from my mistakes. I am honest about the fact that I don't get everything right all the time. Also, agree, disagree, whatever, shout it from the rooftops. Tell me what you think. You can do it in the comments. You can do it on X Twitter. You can even do it in my Discord. I will not silence you simply for being critical of me. Some of you may recall, my mission on this channel is to create a conversation around investing, to participate in a discussion, a dialogue, to show you that you don't need to buy a course from a guru to be successful at this, and no one person has the magic answer for you. But hey, I'm going to leave it there. What you do next is up to you to decide. For those of you that enjoyed this video and want to continue to support my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video so it picks up in the algorithm, especially if you want to put a dent and help people know what's going on with this Dividend Talks fellow. And make sure that you hop on Discord, link in the description, continue the conversation going forward. Have a wonderful day, everybody.